Luka Dončić just got exposed. Not by the media, not by a coach, but by the actual game of basketball. We've known Luka's struggles on defense, but this series put that under a microscope. Teams weren't just attacking him, they were targeting him over and over again. 16 drives, 9 blow-bys. The worst defensive stat line of any star in this year's playoffs. And the crazy part? No help. No rim protector, no big man to cover the damage. But let's not forget who hyped this team in the first place. The media built up the LeBron-Luka Lakers like they were inevitable. Like they were a lock to make the finals. Almost every analyst picked them to beat Minnesota. And then suddenly, when it all fell apart, everyone acted surprised, like nobody saw this coming. Except the Lakers did. They tried to fix it at the deadline. They knew Luka needed a lob threat and rim protector. They tried to trade Dalton Knecht, Cam Reddish, and a first-round pick for Mark Williams. But when Williams' medicals came back shaky, they backed off. And right there, boom. The Lakers quietly folded on the season. They didn't want to admit it, but their window wasn't this year, it was the next. Still, the media kept pushing the narrative. Suddenly, LeBron and Luka were a finals duo. Kendrick Perkins flipped, blaming JJ Redick for sticking with small ball lineups. But let's be real, what choice did Redick even have? Jackson Hayes? There's a reason he hasn't stuck on any NBA roster. If Redick had played him major minutes, the same people criticizing him would have called him clueless for abandoning the small ball identity. Meanwhile, Anthony Edwards didn't just rise, he erupted. This man took out Luka and LeBron, swept Kevin Durant, and beat Nikola Jokic in a Game 7. That's not just a star on the rise, that's a superstar doing it live. And it's not just highlight plays anymore. Ant's game has matured. He's not forcing shots, he's not rushing reads. He's breaking defenses with poise, spacing, and vision. His pull-up three? Now elite. His assist numbers? Way up. And in the fourth quarter? Ice cold. Against LA, Minnesota won every fourth quarter. And Edwards was the reason. Like when the Lakers threw help at him, he didn't panic. He passed out, swung the ball, found cutters, and made the simple play. He wasn't just the best player on the floor, he was the smartest one too. And now he's staring down OKC. The Thunder have been a top seed all year, but the Wolves? They match up perfectly. Veteran defense, playoff experience, length to slow down SGA. It's no cakewalk. But with how Ant is playing and how locked in Minnesota's front court is, it's anyone's series. Regular season was 2-2. Now it's war. Back in LA, the focus shifts to why the Luka trade still matters. This version of Luka wasn't built for a solo act. He needs spacing, sure, but he also needs a vertical threat. Someone he can feed lobs to. Someone who gives him a second option when the lane collapses. That's why his assist numbers dropped so hard. With Dallas in 5 games against the Wolves, 41 assists. On the Lakers, just 29. The difference? No big to finish the play, and LA knows it. That's why they're already exploring free agents who can defend and hit shots. Guys like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Bruce Brown, even Brook Lopez. Solid, no-fluff players who fit around stars. They're also considering trades for centers who do what Luka needs. Walker Kessler, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively. These aren't just names, they're necessities. And then there's LeBron. He might take a pay cut this summer. That move alone could open up over $14 million in cap space for a mid-level free agent. Add in contracts like Rai Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, Dalton Knecht, and now you've got ammo. Pair it with their future picks, and the Lakers could build something real around Luka. If they play their cards right, this offseason is their turning point. But everything could change in one move. Giannis, he hasn't demanded a trade yet. But his words were clear: if the Bucks aren't contenders, I'm gone. And after their early playoff collapse, that clock is ticking. The Lakers will call, they'll offer everything, every pick, every player not named Luka or LeBron. Milwaukee will likely say no, but LA's not banking on a yes, they're positioning for the long game. 2026 is where the real window opens. Cap space, flexibility, a core with Luka in his prime. That's when the real Lakers rebuild begins. One that might make the rest of the league regret ever writing them off. Until then, it's up to the front office. Make the trades, sign the role players, and get Luka the help he needs, because now the blueprint is out there. Luka with the center? That's a problem. Luka without one? That's what just got exposed.